Hey y'all, it's your girl KV back again for another review. Today we are reviewing Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4 Episode 5 Ego Death. This episode, it definitely was kind of given fillerish in that there wasn't anything like super going on. It had some semi going on. But it was just, I think with it being the mid-season finale, we all wanted more. This is the mid-season finale of your last season. It should have definitely been ending that mid-season on a bang. But whatever, y'all, whatever. Episode 5, Ego Death. This episode starts with Tariq waking up on the floor from him and Anya's rendezvous. Rendezvous. So we see in these flashbacks of the night, and baby, Tariq was taking them back. Tariq was taking shots like crazy. And y'all know Tariq don't even be drinking and smoking and partaking like that. So, needless to say, he toe up. She gets up, she's getting dressed, and he like, well, you about to leave already? She like, yeah, boy, you know what this is. It was just a little one night stand. I'm about to go. He's trying to get her number, but she's acting like she don't want to give him the number. You know, gotta play hard to get, I guess. And he's like, well, I gotta be able to tell you about the next party, right? So he goes on and, she goes on and give him her phone so that he can put his number in the phone. Later on, some scenes pass, but we see her get home. Was she home or did she live on campus? I really didn't pay enough attention. I couldn't tell where exactly she stayed, but as soon as she was getting home to wherever that is, her mama pops up and is questioning her about why she's been out all night. My thing is like, girl, she is a college student. That is what you're supposed to do. Get out of here trying to be all overprotective when this girl like 19, 20 years old in college. Like, going on somewhere with that. Get away from me with that, Noma. So Anya's trying to get her keys out of her pocket, and as she pulls her keys out, a little baggie of drugs falls on the floor. Noma picks it up. She's like, what is this? Anya just says everything. Oh my gosh, Mom, it's just a little coke. Like, I didn't even do it often. I was just at this underground party at Stansfield, and it just was pretty, and you do a little coke. I was just like, girl, I would never. As a college student, I don't care if you are still helping me pay for stuff. As a college student, I'm not going that into detail about my whereabouts. I was at a party. A friend had it. We do it every now and again to stay up. Period. That's it. End of story. But she tells her mama everything. And that's why I'm like, girl, why you tell her everything? Why you tell her everything? And my thing is, at this point, because we don't know what we know later on yet, I don't know the sequence of events. But it's crazy to me that Anya has no idea what her mom does. You see your mom being all stealth and secretive. She has this army of goons around that always look like they ready to break somebody's neck. Like, how can you not know what your mama do? How could you not know? Was she off in boarding school? Was Anya off in boarding school and she wasn't really around her mama to pick up on this stuff? Like, makes no sense. So Noma ends up going to Effie to ask her about the drugs because she's like, my daughter got this from Stansfield, party at Stansfield. Ain't that your territory? You selling this? You give it to my daughter? Effie is like, girl, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know where them drugs came from. I would never sell to your daughter, okay? Well, where did it come from? You know where these drugs came from. What in the world? Okay, there we go. My page was freezing and it made it seem like I ain't have as many notes as I did. And I'm like, you a lie. This episode was kind of dry, but it was a lot of information. I will give it that. It was definitely like, let's fill in some holes and fill in some gaps and tell you, set up all the things that's about to happen next. So we at the Tejada residence. Monet done cooked a full breakfast, y'all. She's trying to get her family back together. Drew and Diana are there. Kane walks in. He's like, absolutely not. F that. They just tried to kill you. I'm not finna break bread with them. Like, if you choose to, that's your problem. But I ain't for it. Kane dips. Drew, he ain't really for it neither. And so they all sitting there arguing and talking. She tells Diana that, did she say that she was a fool? Okay, I can't remember exactly. But she basically starts chastising Diana about how she's pregnant by the one person that messed this family up, Tariq. And I'm like, girl, take some accountability. Tariq didn't mess your family up. Tariq opened everybody's eyes to what was going on. That's what Tariq did. Tariq was loyal to you and what you needed in that moment. He helped your kids kind of get stronger on the drug game and see what was going on. It just be wild to me. And also, somebody pointed out, because I had forgot, how he mad at his siblings for trying to kill his mama, like he wasn't about to kill his daddy. He wasn't about to kill his daddy, y'all. So he mad about that. That's why he don't really care that Monet killed Lorenzo, because he was like, whoo, at least I ain't have to do it. So it just be a lot of hypocrisy flying around this show. But I mean, such as in real life as well. So Drew is like, I'm not finna be fooling with you, girl. I ain't got time for that. I'm finna stick to my own stuff. I'm finna do what I gotta do. But when it's just her and Diana, she's talking to Diana and she's basically saying that this baby could be good for the family. She gonna raise the baby up with her and teach the baby and do the baby like she should have did them. It's gonna be love. It's just gonna rejuvenate the family, because that's what babies do, huh? Help out bad families. In what world? In what world? So Brayden and his little girlfriend, I don't know what her name is, y'all. Have they said her name? Because I truly just be drawing a complete blank every time it comes to talk about this girl. I just be calling her little freestyle Unity, because when they be up on that stage together, it truly gives me freestyle Unity from the Parkers. So we see them waking up and she's got these pill bottles on the nightstand, and she wakes up. Soon she wakes up, she's taking the pills, and he like, dang girl, like you to wake up, you on that shit? She like, calm down, this ain't recreational, this is for my sickle cell. He's like, sickle cell? She like, oh, okay, you don't be around black people like that, okay. And she tells him all about the sickle cell, how painful it can be. And she says that that's why she does, you know, a little every now and again, because she feels like she's in control. It takes the edge off, and, you know, it's just something that she can control in her life with this autoimmune disease. Okay, girl. I would think that it would be quite dangerous to be putting your body under so much stress, under so many different types of medications and drugs, but okay, girl. We see Tariq and Brayden playing video games, and Reek, like, I guess he lost and he just kind of flipped out and throws the controller. He is stressed. He ends up telling Brayden that Diana is pregnant, and Brayden is like, when did that happen? Like, I didn't even know y'all was like this. Tariq is like, yeah, it was before Effie. It happened one time, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And he was like, yeah, but that little chick you had last night, though. Reek like, that was Anya. Anya Noma's daughter? Anya Noma's daughter. Brayden, for once, got a little sense about it and was like, bruh, you need to cut that off. We don't need Noma coming around, sniffing out what we got going on because she's following her daughter. I was like, yeah, I was thinking the same. Tariq goes to talk to Diana. They're at the little candy shop that they work at on campus, and they just all out in the open having this conversation. So as the conversation is getting a little bit louder, they end up going over to the supply closet that they always go to. Whoever is talking at the candy shop and needs to talk in secrecy, that's where they go. Tariq is they kind of arguing because she's like, you just tried to kill me. Why should I be talking to you? He like, but that's different. I didn't know you was pregnant with possibly my baby. Because, like, are you sure it's mine? Because, you know, she was with Rafael de la Suburbs as well. That's my name for him because he always be reminding me of Rafael de la Ghetto. Remember, what was that, Fresh Prince? But we found out that just, you know, Salim got white parents. He grew up very privileged, so he can't be from the ghetto. He got to be Rafael de la Suburbs. And like I told y'all, because everybody online was arguing me down, even my husband and my mom arguing me down how she never did it with Salim. I showed y'all the little clip from the episode last week. And on this episode, she straight up said, it's not his because I always use condoms anytime me and Salim had sex. Me and you did not. So, you know, Reek is like, all right, I'll take that. But I still don't trust it, y'all. And I know that's not going to happen, but it definitely was giving me Tyler Perry vibes. I said, Tyler Perry, are you over there? I saw you over there mentoring 50 Cent. Did y'all see that picture? Because, you know, 50 Cent bought out this land, I think in Shreveport. I think it's in Shreveport. Bought out this land and he's about to start a production company. So I suppose, which I figured you might as well, he went to visit Tyler Perry to, you know, teach me the game, Ghost. And Tyler Perry had this big old banner out front. Tyler Perry Studios welcomes 50 Cent. And I'm like, 50, don't take none of his writing advice. Don't take none of his writing advice. Karen, don't bring Karen into Diana's storyline. Don't have her pregnant by 2 different men at the same time, okay? We don't need that mess. But so many little things, it's like, it's really giving Tyler Perry. It's giving Tyler Perry. And it's just like, 50, we don't need all the dramatics like that, okay? This is street dramatics. Keep it there. So she's just like, listen, I don't want my baby coming up in the lifestyle. He's just like, okay, well, you know, it's your decision on what you do. Just let me know. I can appreciate that about Tariq. You know, you want to have a baby, we can have a baby. You don't want to have a baby, we ain't gonna have a baby, okay? Just let me know what you decide. So next we see Brayden is going to get the next drop from Zion. And Zion is questioning him because he's like, how the Russians get back on? They've been dry, they've been doing nothing for so long. But now they back on and popping and trying to, you know, I guess they're trying to infiltrate their turf. Brayden folds almost immediately and tells him, well, it ain't us, it's Noma. It's this British chick named Noma. She came in here, you know. Zion kind of choke him up for a little bit, and he's like, nah, I'm just playing. Thanks for the information. See you around, Tiny Tommy. Bitch, I about cried at him calling him Tiny Tommy. And I was like, that's what's gonna stick in my head now, because he is absolutely Tiny Tommy. The way he is on these drugs, the way he be telling all these women, telling all of the women he be dating his business when it comes to this business, he's absolutely Tiny Tommy. But y'all, I was feeling both ways about Brayden saying something. On the one hand, I'm like, dang, Brayden, you just gonna fold that quick? He ain't even, you know, break it down. You just folded and gave up all that information. But on the other hand, telling Zion about Noma could probably handle your Noma problem. So overall, I was like, okay, let's see what comes of this. I wasn't too mad at him. So now we see the boys are having another underground party. And guess who shows up, y'all? Noma and Kane and the gang. She walks up to him and is like, so you going against our deal? He like, what you mean? This just a regular party. We just partying. With a little costume, just partying. Kane like, boy, please. He sees somebody walking by. He grab a water bottle out of the fan, open up the bottom, and was like, Yeah, I know how this goes. Because, you know, they got the false bottoms with the pills in there. So she's threatening him and can't open up his jacket. He got the gun or whatever. She's like, all right, so, you know, you finna leave with us quietly. And then he sees Anya pop up and he runs up and was like, hey, Anya, how you doing? Da, 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 da. And she's just like, hey. And then she's like, Mom, what are you doing here? Reek like, this your mama? This your mama? Reek is hilarious. This your mama? And so now Anya is just like, oh my gosh, Reek, I'm so sorry. Like, my mom is just so crazy. I can't believe she would follow me to this party. Reek is like, I mean, okay, I would let her stay, but you know, it's kind of an age limit on the party, y'all, you know. Won't need no old ladies walking around here and people feel like they can't party, you know, so. So Anya and Nama leave, and Nama is so thrown off about this because she does not want Anya to know what she has going on, and that she can't really kill Tariq outright like she wanted to because Anya would start getting suspicious. So this was kind of funny to me, and this is when we find out that Anya knows nothing about her business. Crazy. So back on the inside, Reek is telling Brayden what happened, and little freestyle Unity shawty pops up. He kind of stops the conversation. He's like, we trying to talk here. She's like, oh no, it's fine. I already know everything. Rick is pissed because he's like, what you mean you know everything? She's like, oh, don't worry. I ain't gonna say nothing. He said, yeah, until y'all break up, then you're gonna have diarrhea at the mouth. This ain't right. She's like, no, you can trust me. He was like, girl, I ain't finna trust no addict. Ooh. Of course, this pissed Brayden off because he's like, don't be talking to my girl like that. And so Reek ends up confronting him about, you know, oh, your girl that's got you on this stuff too. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, come on. Brayden is, you know, he's tired of it. He's like, you treat me like some flunky when I lost my family behind you. I can't even talk about my problems because your problems are always bigger and more important, but I'm going through some ish too, okay? And it just ain't right. It ain't right, Reek. So back at the room, Brayden apologizes to little freestyle Unity about Reek calling her an addict. And she's just like, oh, it's fine. This girl reveals that she put acid in his water bottle. Brayden is pissed, and rightfully so, because girl, what the F is your problem? You truly been around them white people for too long. Where you get acid from? I don't even... Y'all, I'm not even necessarily a square, but I know nothing about acid. I don't know what form of drug it comes in. I don't know if it's a pill or a powder or a liquid that you shoot or drink. I know nothing about acid, but I guess it can be either a liquid that you can put in some water or at least a dissolvable pill or something that can go in this water and be undetected because she done drugged this man. And she's just like, calm down. It's not like I put him on fentanyl. Okay, and I'm just like, y'all, Brayden always gets with these girls who try to break him away from Tariq and end up drugging Tariq. Because Riley, wasn't that Saxony's name? Riley did the same thing. She drugged that man and took his phone and like took some pictures or something. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, this ain't the first time that Reek ends up getting drugged from Brayden's little girlfriends. So Brayden rushes over to Tariq's room, and Tariq is on a wild trip, y'all. He in the mirror like, just out of this world. He's staring at himself, and he has these time jump experiences. He sees himself as a little kid. He sees himself as parents to this little boy with Diana. And then he sees himself as his dad, dressed up in a suit like the night where he shot him. So he is his dad. And I guess, was it like the little boy was Tariq, and then it ended up being Tariq as Tariq. And it was truly a mind F, okay? It was a mind F. And When he comes to, he is under the bed and he like, what the F is happening? What just happened? Brayden is like, oh, you ain't heard? Yeah, a couple of people have been getting dosed on campus, so nobody know who it is. Good save, I guess, Brayden, because he would have slapped you in there, girl, if he knew that she gave him acid. So next, or I ain't even gonna say next, but we end up seeing the detectives in the meeting, and they're trying to figure out a way to, you know, bust up Tariq and Monet and find out more information. They are always arguing with Tate. They just do not want Tate involved in any type of way. He has to make himself involved. So they're like, all right, Tate, you can keep talking to Tariq since you talked to him before, but I'm going to talk to Monet because he wanted to switch it up. He wanted to get the crack at Monet, but they ain't going for that. They just really was treating him to the point where, like, I'm like, what's really going on here? Because I was thinking at the first time, too, like, what's really going on here for y'all to be treating him so badly? I get it, he might not be as high level of detective as y'all, but having him around, it won't hurt nothing. It won't hurt nothing. So we see Davis losing employees because he didn't miss payroll because he is currently disbarred, y'all. But at the same time, Reek and Brayden roll up and he's like, it's not a good time. They like, oh, it's a good time. And they hand him the bag full of money because, you know, he's taking a percentage of their drug money since he is the one that introduced them to Zion. So next we see Drew in an art gallery and he's admiring some art, and this lady walks up and she asks him, is he an artist? He says that he's an aspiring artist. She said, ain't no aspiring. You an artist or you not? He said, all right, well, I am. He pulls out his phone, shows her some pictures on Instagram that he's done, and she lets him know that a couple times a year she does like a undiscovered artist showcase or something like that. So, you know, he's kind of hopeful because we know that all his life, Drew been drawing and want to be an artist. So, you know, he was forced into this drug game by his mama. So now he might actually have an opportunity to, you know, live in his art world, even if it is just on the side. So we see Drew go to the bar to see Monet, and she's still on this family kick, y'all. I was confused about the bar in general because I'm like, okay, is this the bar that y'all was at when you and Janet was getting drunk? I know that Monet and them had a bar at some point because I remember when Diana sold that money out of the safe and blamed it on one of the contractors and got them killed. So I remember them having a bar, but it's like for a long time we didn't see them or hear them mention the bar, or did the bar get shot up or something. It just seemed like this bar kind of fell off the face of the earth and now it's back. So, like I said, Monet is on this family kick and Drew is still like, no. Dead all that like you tried to dead me, okay? They argue a bit, but she ends up calming on down and she apologizes, y'all. Drew is so touched by this because he's like, well, you ain't never did that before, so I mean, I guess this gotta mean something. So she needs product, and Drew said that he's gonna help her one last time. He knows where, was this the Russians re-up? I think this was the Russians re-up that they was like, we gonna go in, guns blazing, shoot them up, steal the product, boom, bam, pow. So back to Noma, y'all. We see her at dinner with Wiley, which is the politician that she's trying to get these government contracts with, right? The host comes over and is like, I am so sorry, but we need this table because like one of our favorite guys, he just loves this restaurant. He comes all the time. This is his table and he really, really wants this table. Okay, Noma is like, well, you shouldn't have sat us at this table. We having our meeting. Sit him at the table you trying to sit us at. Baby, Zion walks in and sits at the table with them. I said, ooh. And, ooh. That is exactly how I felt, y'all. She is kind of having this little back and forth with him about the table. And he ends up calling her by her name. So Noma, because Wiley is over there laughing. He's over there giggling at this because he's just like, oh, you niggers are so crazy. What is this? What is this that you guys have set up? Oh, you blacks are just so entertaining. Wiley is getting a kick out of this. And Noma is just kind of like shoving it off, like, boy, go on somewhere, we having a grown folks meeting. Until Zion calls her by her name. He says something, Noma, some, and he starts having this conversation essentially about territory. She catches on that he's talking about drug territory and not just this table. But he's like, see, if this is my table in my city and you come in here trying to take over my table in my city, we would have a problem. Because this is my city and my territory. Capiche? Noma is gagged. She just gets up and goes to the table that the hostess tried to sit them at. Side note, y'all. I be watching some reviews. People be talking for like an hour, hour and a half, and they don't be having nothing to drink. And I'm like, y'all mouth don't get dry? You ain't got no water, no tea, no Prosecco, no T-Mosa, nothing to wet your whistle. I be having to wet my whistle about every 10, 15 minutes. Okay? Anywho. Wiley ends up asking, do you guys know each other? Because, like I said, Zion has said her name. Like I said, they went on to the other table. Later on, she asks Kane, who is Zion? He's like, oh, he's some mid-level dealer. What's up? Davis ends up being there or just arriving as well. And Davis is like, well, he's one of my clients. Let me handle it. They going back and forth. Let me handle it. No, let me handle it. No, let me handle it. She ends up siding with Kane and says, you take care of this, okay? He said, all right, cool. I'm going to take you somewhere. Let's go somewhere. They go down to Zion's Fight Club. They get there and the guy is like, do I need to check you? He's like, I know the rules, no guns. Nobody's like, you brought me somewhere and you ain't armed. What's wrong with you, boy? He like, come on. It's the rules of the Fight Club. Zion even follows it himself. He ain't got no gun in here neither. No guns, just fist, y'all. So Kane gets in the cage to fight Zion about the territory for Noma. Okay? That little back and forth was kind of funny because he's like, oh, this your new, he like, don't call me a bitch. And Zion is like, I respect your dad. Y'all name hold weight in these streets, yada, yada, yada. Kane is like, exactly. That's why we keep it our territory. They get in the cage. Zion is a trained fighter, right? Kane is not. Kane was shot in the arm at the top of this season, right? Kane is getting the best of Zion. In what world? So when Zion is down and he's over, catching his breath and catching his bearings on the little fence, one of his boys had some brass knuckles. He goes and hits Kane in the ribs with the brass knuckles. And the referee sees it and he's like, oh, the rules, no weapons. So that would make Kane the winner. I'm sitting here like, it was just hard to believe that is how that would go down. So Kane feeling like the man. Okay, he looking up at Noma. She like, okay, I'm glad I did let you handle this. I'm like, oh, they finna do the nasty. They finna do the nasty, y'all. So next we see Tariq goes to see Diana. She's over there, like, what's that, at the river bridge? She's over on the bridge. And she lets him know that she's keeping the baby. She tells him that she is prepared to raise this baby alone. And he's like, no, girl, I'm here. I'm not doing none of that. She tells him that she has an ultrasound coming up. So he goes with her to the ultrasound. She says something along the lines of like, oh, he's going to be a boy and he's going to grow up to be just like you. He's like, what? You think it's going to be a boy? She's like, yeah, I do. So earlier in the episode, Diana went to church to light a candle for her dead peoples, And there was a lady there. And the lady was telling her that she was lighting a candle for her husband, And she asked Diana, so when are you due? Diana said, what? I'm not showing. The lady said, maybe not here, but you're showing here. I said, oh, Lord. No, she's like, when is your boy due? When is your baby boy due? Something along those lines. So that's why she feel like it's going to be a little boy. So while they're at the ultrasound, Diana asks Tariq about Rafael de la Suburb. I've been trying to call him. I went to his house and I haven't really heard from him since I left. And Tariq, did you go see him? He's skirting around the truth. He says, well, I went to him and I asked him where he was and he told me. So I left. Like, I'm like, who? Deny, huh? She don't really believe him. We know how Reek get down. I wouldn't quite believe him neither, y'all. They both say that they're not trying to be like they past. They have this conversation of they don't want to run drugs no more. They want to do what's best for the baby. But he's like, yeah, but my what's best for the baby is I'm going to just clean up how I do stuff. I ain't going to be on the streets like that no more. But, you know, I got to be doing something. Like, we're not going to be, you know, we're not going to be unrealistic about this. And, you know, she just gets up and walks off because that is not what she wants to hear. So we see Noma and Davis having a conversation. Davis was just pretty much like, look, lady, I done proved myself. You ain't letting me handle this. You ain't letting me handle that. But basically, I guess he's like, all right, it's time for some payment. I've been out here, you know, working. Noma, they have a drink. They pour some wine up. Noma do it with him. I'm like, didn't you just do it with Kane like 2 days ago or something? Noma said, mind your business, okay? I ain't got this wet like this since Mecca died forever ago, okay? Now I got some opportunity and I'm going to take it, okay? Do you see how fine these men is? I don't care, okay? I don't care. I'm finna get a jumping. I said, I get it, girl. They is some fine men. I guess so, girl. I guess so. But at the very least, at least Davis is more age appropriate for Noma because Kane is just a little bit older than Anya. So it's like you really messing with somebody around your child's age. It's just kind of nasty. That's just not right. But he is fine though. We see Detective Carter. He's at home and he is talking to himself, y'all. He's like, where did I put that chapstick? Oh, there it goes. And he's like, I won't be home. I won't be out late. Da, da, da. And I'm like, who is he talking to? Y'all, he's talking to the picture of the wife because we found out earlier in the season that she was somehow murdered. They don't really go into who did it, what the setup of it was, or any of that. But I'm truly wondering if she ended up being wrapped up in some St. Patrick mess, okay? So I feel like that would be the glue that ties this piece of the storyline together. Because it just seems kind of weird how, well, I mean, I guess I get that half of the detectives they started off with is, you know, dead and gone. But I'm like, I mean, we could have dealt with Blanca talking to her teeth real tough and all. Tariq St. Patrick. But I mean, they gave us somebody new. So it's like they have to tie him in to see where exactly his storyline fits with Tariq's. Especially since when we were introduced to Detective Carter, he was at church and he was telling Paz that he would take care of it, whoever killed her son. Because remember, he was a detective. So, yeah. But yeah, he talking to the picture of the dead wife. And this is when I was like, okay, Carter is crazy. I get it. Grieving people do that, especially if it's kind of fresh, but just in this case, when we know Michael Ealy always plays somebody crazy, this was the confirmation that he's not all there and he's gonna be on some bull. So y'all, speaking of Detective Carter being on some bull, we find out that he is a dirty cop. They go to the drug bust where Monet and Drew is out there. They got a couple soldiers, of course. They out there, bang, bang, shoot them up to everybody that is involved in the drop. Soon as they're about to get away with the drugs, Detective Carter and his crew pop out like, NYPD, or whatever he says. You know, drop the guns, this, that, and the third. Monet like, oh, man, dang. Caught up in some mess. And after some random conversation, he tells them, I don't care. Because she was like, what, you going to take me to jail now? He was like, no. She was like, you just going to let me free? He was like, I ain't finna take you to jail just for you to get out and start doing the same thing you doing now. And everybody looking like, is this some reverse psychology? What is happening here? He tells her, y'all can kill all the criminals you want. I don't care. But no civilians. Don't kill no innocent people. If you kill an innocent person, I'm bringing you in. But other than that, sell all the drugs you want. Kill all of the criminals you want. And I want my cut. I'll be back to collect my 35%. They like, 35%? I said 35%. Oh my gosh. I was just like, I knew that them detectives that he rolled with was up to something. The way when he was first introduced in their scene, when I can't remember what Zion's guy's name was, but when they blew up his truck of drugs and they were about to go to check it out, and Tate was with them, and the female detective was like, you really not gonna let him go with us? You're not gonna really let him go with us, right? It was just something about her tone, like, and so I was like, well, why would it be that deep? Like, but we see now. So yeah, Drew is like, well, what if we tell your boss on you? What if we snitch? Carter is like, you think they would listen to you, a criminal, over a decorated cop? Good try. I'll be back for my 35%. So as he's kind of giving them the lecture, running down how they gonna act and how they gonna do X, Y, Z, he's looking at one of the guys and he's like, why are you looking at me? I'm not the one in charge. It's her. Like, fall back. Give her that. And he's like, you look kind of familiar. No, I don't. Yes, you do. You killed somebody. You killed such and such. He was an innocent boy. A few months ago, we was looking all over for you. You know what? He didn't get to go home to his family. So neither will you. Bang. I said, oh. Okay. We're just going to do it like that. I guess that was his way of showing everybody, like, I don't play about y'all killing the innocent. Kill all the criminals you want. Bring me my cut, and we will all be fine. I said, well then. So that's how that went, y'all. And I was very, like I said, I didn't hate the episode. It was informative and where it filled in some gaps of some things. But for a mid-season finale, it just wasn't giving what I wanted to give, okay? It just didn't. So now we gotta wait, like, how long we gotta wait, y'all? Is it September? I think it comes back in September. Let me see. I don't even know where I even looked it up. I think it comes back in September, though. Yeah, because I'm looking at the past seasons and seeing how their jump was. Golly, the first season jumped, it was from October, skipped all of November, didn't come back till December. So yeah, I think that's how it's going to go. It's July, it's going to skip all of August, be back at the top of September. Very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. I don't understand why they have to give us such a big break. Like, just give us the show. Just give us the show. But yeah, y'all, that is it for this week's Power Review. Make sure y'all like the video, thumbs up the video, comment, let me know what y'all thought about this mid-season finale, and any predictions that y'all got for the rest of the season when we come back in like forever, okay? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see y'all on the next one in a couple of months. In the meantime, I do have other content on my page. I'm about to start like a book review playlist on here as well. We got Hood Health Report coming out every week. Also, I'm reviewing Sisters and Love and Marriage Huntsville. So check out some of my other content if you're only here for Power right now. Support your girl. I'm trying to get some more followers by the end of the year, y'all. But Until next time, bye-bye.